Guess what season it is? It's winter.
No, it's Oscar season.
The Oscars don't get their own Stop. Just stop. It's Oscar season. So the Oscars are tomorrow. Today is Saturday. I am a little bit late, but you can kind of expect that from me. I just finished watching all the Best Picture nominees yesterday. Watched The Irishman. Way too long. I'm ready to discuss with y'all. I'm going to start with Best Picture first because the same 9 movies are in all the other categories. So if I just go through each one of them right now, it'll save us some time later. So let's start with that. So for Best Picture, first off, we have Ford v Ferrari. I actually really like this movie. I saw it in the theaters with my dad, and it was just packed, like 2 months after it released. And it was all boomers and elderly. The perfect audience for it because they knew who the people were. I didn't, but I still enjoyed it. I thought it was a great movie. The acting was pretty good. I like Christian Bale. He did a good job. And it was a very entertaining story. It was long, but it was not bad at all. It was very entertaining. I don't think this one has a chance of winning at all unless they pull Green Book. Green Book sucks, but I hate Green Book. I hate it, but that's I'm not going to go into that. So I don't think it's going to win, but it's still a good movie regardless. I don't really understand why there would be hate towards it. Next we have The Irishman. So I just watched this one yesterday. Way too long. Like, it's good. Like, the acting is just phenomenal. Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, great. But it was so long. I paused and I was like, all right, we're almost done. And I look, it'd be 2 hours. I'm like, fuck. But I don't think that one will win. I think it's very well made, and you should definitely watch it. Maybe, I would say see it all in one sitting, but that's a little hard, so I understand if you don't do that. Next, we have Jojo Rabbit. I love this movie. It was so good. Taika Waititi is a great director. I mean, I haven't seen much of his works. I've only seen Hunt for the Wilder People, but I love that one. That one's good. And this was just very lighthearted, like comedy, but it was really emotional too. So it really pulled at your heart and kept it funny. Scarlett Johansson, fantastic in this. I loved her role. You got Fat Amy. She was great. And even Taika Waititi as Hitler was just, wow. He was great at it. Great movie. I recommend that. That's like an easy one to watch for anyone. And then we have Joker. Yeah. In my book, no chance of winning. I love Joker. I thought it was very good. It was very creepy, and it did like the right thing, like just show how cynical Joker is, and like this, it was just made so well. It's like one of the best comic book movies. But in Best Picture, it better not win. I'll be very angry if it wins. It's like, this is like the normie movie of the year, you know? Where like the kids that only see like superhero movies, like, yeah, Joker, Best Picture. Come on, man. Come on. Hands down. Best movie I've ever seen. And you just have to think to yourself, like, does this kid, like, watch anything? I feel bad for those kids. Next, we have I love Little Women. Okay, so out of these 9, I think Little Women is my personal favorite. Like, I just had the best time watching it. It was just so much, like, fun. It was emotional. It was funny. It had a great story. It had every single person in the movie was just great acting. The scenery was great. The costume design was great. I love the score. The score was so good. It's just, there's nothing to hate about this movie. There's literally nothing to hate about it. It's so good. So good. I gotta see this one again. I loved it. So good. And then we have Marriage Story. I saw this a few days ago. Marriage Story is kind of hard to watch. Like, just seeing a couple go through like this divorce is just, it's hard. Because I feel like I was in the middle of it, which was a great job because like that's what you're supposed to do. I think it's very good. I don't think it'll win, but Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson were just phenomenal. Everything about it was great. The score, oh my, Randy Newman, great job. One of the greats. I loved it. And we got 3 more for Best Picture. 1917. 1970 was great. It was just great. I think all 9 of these movies, they're all very good. I don't think there's one bad movie that's been like nominated this year. I think they had great picks this year. Unlike last year sucked, okay? Last year sucked. But 1917, the cinematography, like that's all you need to know. The cinematography just helped display the story because it's so closed. It's not open. You don't see the whole picture. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to be following the soldiers. It's like you're the 3rd soldier. It was just, it fit so well with the story and the narrative. It was one of the best movies of the year. I'll say that. And then we had Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I loved this movie when I saw it in theaters. I had a great time. The ending, So good. It's a long movie, but the ending makes it worth the wait, hands down. Loved it. I saw it a second time, and it wasn't as good as the theater experience, but it was still very good. The acting's superb, the setting's superb, the dialogue's just great. Tarantino did a great job with it. And then we have Parasite. Oh, Parasite. I mean, you guys have heard so much about Parasite. It's just, there's nothing like Parasite, I feel like. I saw it last week, and I was just blown away. I walked into it, I haven't seen anything about it. I tried to avoid everything. I had no idea what it's about, and I was just shocked. Just shocked. It was so good. So good. So, we went through all 9 movies. I gave you a little bit about them, what I thought. And for Best Picture, I think it's really between Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Parasite, and 1917. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood has like high chances because, it's Hollywood. The Oscars love Hollywood. They love anything like that. And it was a great movie. Parasite is just phenomenal. I mean, if they gave him an Oscar, I would be so happy. I think Parasite, I would really love for it to win. But that doesn't seem very probable out of the 3. I think 1917 is going to win. That's my prediction, 1917. I think it's just all around a great movie. It's been nominated so much. It's been winning so many awards. I think it's going to win. So now we're going to finally move off of that after 5 minutes. So now we're going to finally move off of Best Picture and do actor in leading role. I have not seen Pain and Glory, so I can't say anything about that. Or The Two Popes, I haven't seen that yet. Leo was good in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but not as good as the other nominees. I think Adam Driver, great Marriage Story, but it's going to go to Joaquin Phoenix. Hands down. His performance was great as Joker, and they're going to reward him for that. He deserves it. Actress in a leading role. I saw Harriet at a free screening. It's okay. It's not great. Don't see that movie. She did... I don't even know. But Scarlett Johansson, great job. I kind of want her to win. I don't think she will, but I really want her to win. The other ones, I don't think they have a chance. So it looks like that Renee Zellweger, I'm going to say all these names wrong. I'm sorry. For Judy, she's going to win. That's based on like the BAFTAs and the Golden Globes. She's been winning all the awards. I have not seen that movie, but I'll go with that just because of the previous ones. But I would love if Scarlett Johansson won. All right, so for actor in a supporting role, I'm very mad I didn't get to see A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood yet. I'm sure Tom Hanks did a great job, but I have not been able to see it. Two Popes, once again, I haven't seen. Al Pacino in The Irishman, very good. He was very good. I think the CGI on him was pretty good, too. He looked young in that movie, which is good. Joe Pesci, he also great. I didn't think the CGI was that much of a problem. It was pretty good. It was more like, the fight sequences. Those were bad. But Al Pacino, his role just doesn't compare to his best role ever. Jack and Jill. Nothing compares to that. Just a classic.
What's my name?
Dunkachino! Dunkachino!
But Brad Pitt's going to win hands down. I was just astonished by his performance. Everybody was. He's sweeping all the awards for that. He'll win. For actress in a supporting role, I haven't seen Richard Jewell. I really want to. I'm sure Kathy Bates did a great job. I have not seen Bombshell. I'm sure Margot Robbie did a great job. She was great in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Loved Scarlett Johansson and Jojo Rabbit. Just loved it. She was so great. She was so peppy, and just she fit the environment so well that Taika Waititi set up. She was just a perfect match for it. And then Florence Poe. I love Florence Poe, but Midsommar, I'm a huge fan. I think she did a better job in Midsommar, but she still did a great job in Little Women. But everyone's saying, Laura Dern's going to win Marriage Story. When I saw it, I didn't even think of anything about Laura Dern. I was like, okay. But she's been sweeping the awards, so she'll probably win. But if Florence Poe won or Scarlett Johansson, I'd be very happy. Next, we have animated feature film. I've only seen one of these, which was Toy Story 4. And I loved it. I'm just going to say Toy Story 4. Missing Link has a chance. I mean, that has the superior animation, probably. I like the art style that Leica always does. And the Missing Link shoes are pretty cool. That Nike collab was dope. But Toy Story 4, that's what I'm going to say. It's a good movie. Makes you cry. Can't go wrong with that. Cinematography. I'm just very glad The Lighthouse got nominated. I think they got snubbed on a lot of things. Willem Dafoe, so good. Should have gotten a nomination, but he was robbed. But 1917 is going to win. It's going to win. Because of that single shot aesthetic. It's just going to win. There's no competition. Costume design. Definitely Little Women. They all had their gorgeous dresses. I think they'll do it. Joker, I mean, Joker's costume was great, but everything else was just like, whatever. Yeah, so Little Women. For directing, directing is strong this year. Every single one of them like deserves the award. I mean, Greta Gerwig would be great if she was nominated, but you got all like the classics. Tarantino has a very high chance. I'm not sure Todd Phillips will win. Sam Mendes, huge chance for his. But I'm rooting for Bong Joon-ho. I might have said that wrong. I don't know. But he deserves it, in my opinion. Parasite, once again, just amazing. Just amazing. But so Parasite's my number one, but Tarantino and Sam Mendes, they have a chance. Documentary, I haven't seen any of them. Not going to say anything. Film editing, I don't really know. I don't think Irishman, because it's just so long. People are pissed at that. Everyone's saying like Ford v Ferrari. Sure, they're all good. International feature film, I'll save time. Parasite, hands down, gonna win. So good. Makeup and hairstyling, Bombshell. I haven't seen it, but it's supposed to have good makeup. I don't know. I don't do makeup. Music. Okay, so for original score for music, I think they're all great. I love the Little Women soundtrack. I blasted that in my car on the way home from that movie. Joker's was very good with the eerie strings. I think Joker's gonna win, but I also loved Randy Newman's Marriage Story score. Like right in the beginning, that opening scene, like that was like my favorite part, like the movie. Like that opening scene was my favorite part, but then the music alongside it it was just great. Music original song, I'll be honest with you, I don't really remember any of these. I didn't see Frozen 2 and I didn't see Breakthrough. I liked Stand Up from Harriet. That was really good. I don't remember I Can't Let You Throw Yourself Away from Toy Story 4. And since I can't remember that, probably not going to win. Everyone says Rocket Man. Sure. I don't know. Now, production design, I'm going to say 1917. I'm just going to say that. They're all pretty good. I like The Irishman. The Irishman and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And okay, all of them are good. There's an issue. This year, it's just, they're all good. They're all good this year. Short film, haven't seen any. A sound editing, 1917 is going to win. It's a war movie. They like war movies for that. Sound mixing, 1917 is going to win. They like war movies. Ford v Ferrari, I think that would be like the next one up. That was good, race cars. But whatever. 1970 is going to win. Visual effects. Irishman had the cool facial effects. I don't think that's going to win. Lion King was some great animation, but I don't really know. Probably just 1917. 1917 is going to sweep the Oscars, most likely, so just be prepared. It's going to be like Billy at the Grammys. It's going to be 1917 this year. So writing adapted screenplay. So I don't think Little Women will win, or Joker. I mean, they completely just changed the Joker story. Irishman, that was based off a book. I don't really think so. I kind of think Jojo Rabbit. It won the BAFTA for it, and it was good. I didn't read the original screenplay, so I don't really know. That actually might be a good one to read, though. Same with The Irishman. I might have to read those books. I'll put that on my list. Then writing for original screenplay, I'm very thankful Knives Out got a nomination. That was a great movie. The story was so good. The twists and turns, I wasn't expecting any of it. It was so good. And they got snubbed this year. Just Knives Out and The Lighthouse just completely snubbed. Completely snubbed. All so good. Marriage Story, good screenplay. Parasite, fantastic. I'm going to say Parasite. I think Parasite deserves it. That story is just wild. Completely wild. I don't really think 1917. I mean, they're going to sweep, but I don't think they'll win original screenplay. Definitely Parasite. So those are my predictions for the Oscars this year. Make sure you watch it. And I'm going to come out with a video with my reaction after the Oscars. So make sure you look out for that. Basically, 1917 is probably going to sweep. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's going to get a lot of awards. And Parasite's going to get a lot of awards. Those three movies will just eat up. And they deserve it. Great year for the Oscars. Great movies this year. Just all around. It's a good year. Very good year. Better than, the tragedy of last year. I'm not going to get into that. So make sure you like and subscribe, put on notifications so you know when I put up the next video, and thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below about what you think's going to win. Thanks.